Out here in the wild, I've learned that being prepared is the key to survival in any situation. When disaster strikes, you need to be ready to face the unexpected challenges. That's why FEMA, the folks who deal with emergencies every day, are urging everyone to stockpile some critical supplies. This isn't about panicking, it's about being proactive and staying calm. It's about taking control of your destiny and ensuring you and your loved ones can weather any storm. Remember, in a crisis, you're your own first responder, so be prepared. A well-stocked first aid kit is non-negotiable. It's not just a box of supplies, it's a lifeline that can make the difference between a minor inconvenience and a major emergency. When you think about it, having a first aid kit is like having a small portable hospital at your disposal. It's your first line of defense against infection, further injury, and even potential loss of life. Imagine you're out on a hike, miles away from the nearest help, and someone in your group gets injured. That first aid kit becomes your best friend, your go-to resource for immediate care. We're not talking about a couple of band-aids and some antiseptic wipes here. This is about being ready for anything. From minor scrapes to more serious injuries, your first aid kit should be equipped to handle a wide range of situations. Think about the peace of mind that comes with knowing you're prepared. Think deep cuts that need immediate attention, burns that require soothing, and even the possibility of broken bones. These are not just hypothetical scenarios. They are real-life situations that can happen to anyone, anywhere. Your first aid kit should be ready to tackle these challenges head-on. You need gauze, bandages of various sizes, antibiotic ointment, pain relievers, and anything else you can think of. The more comprehensive your kit, the better prepared you'll be. Don't skimp on quality either. Invest in good supplies that you can rely on when it matters most, and anything else you can think of. Consider adding items like tweezers, scissors, and even a digital thermometer. These tools can be incredibly useful in a pinch. The goal is to be as self-sufficient as possible until professional help arrives. Remember those wilderness first aid courses? They teach you invaluable skills that can be life-saving in remote areas. But even if you're not an outdoor enthusiast, these skills are worth learning. You never know when you might need them. The ones that teach you how to splint a limb with nothing but sticks and your ingenuity, those skills are invaluable, but they're even better when you have the right tools for the job. A well-prepared first aid kit can make these tasks much easier and more effective. Those skills are invaluable, but they're even better when you have the right tools for the job. Imagine trying to improvise a splint without any proper materials. It's doable but far from ideal. Having a well-stocked kit can turn a challenging situation into a manageable one. Don't forget about personal medications. This is especially crucial for those with chronic conditions. Your first aid kit should include an emergency supply of any medications you or your family members rely on daily. If you or someone in your family relies on daily medication, having an emergency supply can be a lifesaver. Think about the implications of missing even a single dose of a critical medication. The consequences can be severe, making it essential to have a backup plan. Imagine a natural disaster strikes, and you can't get to a pharmacy for days, even weeks. In such scenarios, your first aid kit and emergency medication supply become invaluable. They provide a buffer, giving you time to seek professional medical help without immediate panic. Having that backup supply could mean the difference between life and death. It's not just about surviving the initial impact of a disaster, it's about maintaining your health and well-being in the aftermath. Being prepared can make all the difference in how you cope with an emergency. In addition to a well-stocked first aid kit, having a family emergency plan is crucial. Everyone should know where the kit is located and how to use its contents. Regularly review and update your plan to ensure everyone is on the same page. Consider taking a first aid training course as a family. This not only equips everyone with essential skills, but also fosters a sense of teamwork and preparedness. In an emergency, every second counts, and knowing what to do can save precious time. Don't forget about communication. Make sure you have a way to contact each other and emergency services. Whether it's through mobile phones, walkie-talkies, or a designated meeting spot, having a communication plan is vital. Finally, regularly check and maintain your first aid kit. Supplies can expire and items can get used up. Make it a habit to review your kit every few months and replenish any missing or expired items. A well-maintained kit is a reliable kit. Preparedness brings peace of mind. Knowing that you have the tools and knowledge to handle an emergency can reduce anxiety and help you stay calm under pressure. It's an investment in your safety and well-being that pays off when you need it most. So, take the time to prepare. Equip yourself with a comprehensive first aid kit, learn essential skills, and develop a family emergency plan. Your efforts today can make all the difference in a crisis tomorrow. Remember, in an emergency, every second counts, and being prepared can save lives. In the wild, a good knife is worth its weight in gold. It's not just a tool, it's a lifeline. Whether you're cutting rope, preparing food, or defending yourself, a reliable knife can make all the difference. But what if you could have more than just a knife? In an emergency situation, a multi-purpose tool is even better. Imagine having a single device that can perform multiple functions, saving you precious time and effort when every second counts. We're talking about those pliers that can crush ice, which can be crucial if you need to access water or create a makeshift cooling system. These pliers can also be used to bend and shape metal, making them incredibly versatile. Those screwdrivers that can assemble a makeshift shelter are indispensable. Whether you're tightening screws, prying open containers, or even using it as a lever, a good screwdriver can be a game changer in survival situations. And those blades that can cut through anything from thick ropes to dense foliage are essential. A sharp, durable blade can help you clear a path, Prepa. When disaster hits, information is power. In those critical moments, having access to the right information can make all the difference. Whether it's a natural disaster like a hurricane, earthquake, or flood, or a man-made crisis, knowing what to do and where to go is essential. Knowing what's happening, where it's safe to go, and what resources are available can be the difference between life and death. Imagine being in a situation where every second counts, and the only thing that can guide you to safety is the information you receive. This is why having a reliable source of information is crucial. That's where a hand crank radio comes in. This simple yet powerful device can be a game changer in emergency situations. It's designed to be your go-to tool when all other forms of communication fail. Forget about relying on batteries that might die or cell service that might be down. In a disaster, these modern conveniences can become unreliable. Cell towers can be damaged, and power outages can render your electronic devices useless. But a hand crank radio doesn't rely on any of these. A hand crank radio is your lifeline to the outside world. It ensures that you stay connected, no matter the circumstances. With just a few turns of the crank, you can generate the power needed to receive critical updates. It allows you to tune into emergency broadcasts, weather reports, and critical news updates. And the best part? You power it yourself. This means you are in control, and you don't have to depend on external power sources. No need for electricity, no need for batteries. This self-sufficiency is what makes the hand crank radio an indispensable tool in your emergency kit. It's always ready to go when you need it the most. Just a few twists of the crank, and you've got access to vital information that could save your life. In those moments of uncertainty, having a reliable source of information can provide not just guidance, but also peace of mind. So make sure you have a hand crank radio in your emergency preparedness plan. It could be the tool that makes all the difference. Imagine this. The power goes out, plunging your world into darkness. You fumble for your phone, but the battery is almost dead. Panic sets in. But wait, you remember the flashlight you packed? The one with the hand crank and solar panel? Relief washes over you as you flick it on, a beacon of hope in the overwhelming darkness. Light is more than just illumination. It's a psychological lifeline. It keeps panic at bay, allows you to navigate your surroundings, and signals for help if needed. A hand crank flashlight or lantern ensures you're never left in the dark, literally and figuratively. We all know water is essential for survival. You can go without food for days, but without water, your body starts shutting down pretty quickly. In an emergency situation, clean drinking water is often scarce. That's why having a reliable water filter or purification method is non-negotiable. Think of it like this. You're caught in a flood. The water is rising, and you're surrounded by contaminated sources. A water filter becomes your only hope of staying hydrated without risking severe illness. Or imagine an earthquake has disrupted your water supply. A purification method like boiling or using tablets can turn potentially harmful water into a life-saving resource. We've covered a lot of ground, but it all boils down to this. Being prepared is not an option. It's a responsibility. FEMA's recommendations, a comprehensive first aid kit, a versatile multi-tool, a reliable hand crank radio, a sustainable light source, and a way to purify water. These aren't just random items, they're lifelines. Don't wait for disaster to strike before you act. Start building your emergency kit today. Talk to your family, make a plan, and be the one who's ready when the unexpected happens. Remember, preparedness is not just about protecting yourself, it's about protecting your loved ones and your community.